Yo YouTube, it is Takes, and I'm coming back at you with another video. This one is going to be on none other than Donovan Mitchell. Boy, that guy just joined the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, I'm late on reporting this. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely hard to be consistent on these videos. As hard as I'm trying, man, it takes a lot of fucking effort and time, and it's just not as easy as it seems. But with all of that being said, right? Got Donovan Mitchell going to the fucking Cavaliers. Danny Ainge got a truckload of fucking picks again, right? He may have just changed the game for trading for picks for superstar players. Not only did he get 5 picks for Rudy Gobert, but he got 5 picks for Donovan Mitchell. For Donovan Mitchell, maybe you can get 5. More like 4 if you ask me. But 5 is definitely going to be the new thing going forward. They're going to want 5 picks for a superstar player because these guys aren't even superstars. These dudes are stars, but they're not superstars, especially Rudy, right? Donovan Mitchell, that's another ball game, but he's not a LeBron James. He's not a Kevin Durant. He's not a Steph Curry. He's not a guy of that caliber. Can he get to that level? Maybe, maybe not. He does have the talent to get to that place, right? He is an excellent player. And if you know basketball, you know Donovan Mitchell is definitely one of the top guards in the league right now. But there's a plethora of nice guards nowadays. Almost every team has a fucking great point guard. Not great, but at least good, above average. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of good guards, a lot of good players coming out all the way around, except for really out of the center spot. But Donovan joining the Cavaliers make them a contender, a true contender. In the media, I'm hearing a lot of guys saying it's a good pickup, but it doesn't put them over the top. Well, what's going to put them over the top then? Because you got the talent. You got all of the talent you need. They probably, and when you talk about in the East, they may have the most talent on one team in the East. You understand me? They really might got it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Boston, is more talented than them. Sixers got a lot of talent. Don't get me wrong. Miami, I think they're more talented than Miami. The Bucks, they're obviously a little top heavy to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as talent. So, you know what I'm saying? I would probably put them near a tie. But at the end of the day, they are definitely competing with the top teams in the league when it comes to talent. Now, on the experience end, they're going to fall short a lot. You know what I mean? Because they just don't have the experience, on that team. But maybe they pick up a few free agents or a couple free agents this year. If not this year, definitely moving forward, they will be getting a few free agents. Now, let's talk about this real quick. You do got Kevin Love, who, after I just looked this up, I was very surprised to know that Kevin Love is making $30 million this year, $28 million, almost $30 million this year off of a contract he signed 4 years ago, right? So I didn't even know that, this contract is almost done. And once they get rid of that money, they're going to have enough money to go get another superstar. So, this pickup right here of Donovan Mitchell is only going to open the door up for more great players to come in. At least one great player, right? And after that, I would expect some veteran players to follow. And man, if they're not at the top of the East, then they had problems, especially if no one's injured. You know what I mean? You got Darius and you got Donovan coming out of the backcourt. Somewhat of a small backcourt, but both guys very feisty. Both guys are not going to back down. Both guys are extremely talented, extremely confident. So I think they can really, match up with any backcourt in the league and probably win that matchup. You understand what I'm saying? They can do that any given night because that's how much talent they coming out the backcourt now after adding Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, the front court is a force to be reckoned with as well, because you got Evan Mobley and you got Jared Allen protecting the rim, and you know what I mean, just as they're just true centers in this league nowadays that are a little versatile and athletic enough to be able to play in a guard-driven league. Because nowadays it's more like 4 guards, one big man, and they're playing 2 bigs. Last year they was playing 3 with Markkanen. They got rid of him though for this trade here, but they're still going to be bigger than any other team just off the fact that you got 2 centers in, and they're going to be able to play with those 2 because Mobley, he can improve his jump shot, but he can still get it done enough for them to have to respect him, and him being on the floor is just a total game changer on both sides of the floor, if you ask me. And then a lot of people is sleeping on Caris LeVert. You know what I'm saying? Like, before Caris LeVert had his, I think he had a heart problem or some type of organ problem, which is probably definitely set him back a little bit, right? And then he got traded from the Brooklyn Nets, obviously, when Kevin Durant and all of them boys came in there. I think they got him out of there for James Harden, right? But the year before all of that, Caris LeVert was on his way to being a superstar player. You understand me? Like, he was on his way to being a guy. And if that situation didn't happen and then getting followed up by the heart problem, boy, like the situation with KD and Kyrie Irving, if those guys didn't come in and then he didn't turn around and had a heart problem, yo, he would be a superstar right now. It's almost like a similar situation with like Paul George. When Paul George, he got hurt, I think, was it a pro-am? I think it might have been a USA practice or some shit like that. But Paul George got hurt. It was like before that though, Paul George was on his way to superstardom. But everybody got a glance to see that because he was going against LeBron and giving LeBron true, like, he was giving him work in the playoffs on a big stage. You know what I'm saying? In Miami, you know what I mean, going against them, like, he really gave them some work. Like, so Caris LeVert, it just kind of remind me of that situation in a sense where, like, Paul George, he's essentially bounced back. He's bounced back. Yeah, he's bounced back because he's made it to that level where we thought he could be. You know what I'm saying? I thought he could be like a top 5 player. He's not a top 5 player, but he's made it up into like the top 15 after the devastating injury. And he's been a better player than he was before he went out on injury. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me, he's reached that place where we thought he could get. Caris LeVert, I think he can still do the same thing. You understand me? Like, playing on this team, it may not give him that enough room to be like a superstar, but he can get into a place where his name will be remembered in a sense of, yo, he's a good role player. You understand me? Like, even if he's not a role player, he's gonna have to be a role player, but he can be an extreme, like he's an awesome number 3 guy to go to, if you ask me. If you got Donovan Mitchell, then you got Darius, and then you got Caris LeVert as your third, that's a problem to be reckoned with, bro. Caris LeVert is a guy. You understand me? He's a guy. He's a baller for sure. You understand me? Because I seen what he was doing the year before, and Brooklyn had some good things going on over there. You know what I mean? Like, I like what he was doing over there. So, listen, I'm going to wrap it up right here. My take on it is, this puts them in a position to be contenders this year. Like I said, Kevin Love, his contract will be done this year. So I expect them to make another move next year and make themselves even more, of a contender. You know what I'm saying? And I very well think they will contend this year. And if they can push, deep into the playoffs next year, it's just going to, advertise themselves for a superstar player next year to come in and put them totally over the top and put them in a position where they could fucking compete in the finals, man. Listen, Jump in the comment box, subscribe, give me a like, man. It's Take Takes. We out of here. Let's get it.